Psalm 17. Hear the right, O Lord. Attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer, that goeth not out of vain lips. Verse 2. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Verse 3. Thou hast proved mine heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me, and shalt find nothing. I am purposed, that my mouth shall not transgress. Verse 4. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. Verse 5. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. Verse 6. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. O God, incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. Verse 7. Shew thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest, by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee, from those that rise up against them. Verse 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Verse 9. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies, who compass me about. Verse 10. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. Verse 11. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes, bowing down to the earth. Verse 12. Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Verse 14. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Verse 15. As for me, I will behold thy face. In righteousness I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Verse 2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Verse 3. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Verse 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 31. In Thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in Thy righteousness. Verse 2. Bow down Thine ear to me. Deliver me speedily. Be Thou my strong rock, for an house of defense, to save me. Verse 3. For Thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for Thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Verse 4. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me. For Thou art my strength. Verse 5. Into Thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Lord God of truth. Verse 6. I have hated them that regard lying vanities, but I trust in the Lord. Verse 7. I will be glad and rejoice in Thy mercy, for Thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities. Verse 8. And hast not shut me up into the hand of the enemy. Thou hast set my feet in a large room. Verse 9. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. Mine eye is consumed with grief. Yea, my soul and my belly. Verse 10. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are consumed. Verse 11. I was a reproach among all mine enemies, but especially among my neighbors, and a fear to mine acquaintance. They that did see me without fled from me. Verse 12. I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel. Verse 13. For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side, while they took counsel together against me. They devised to take away my life. Verse 14. But I trusted in Thee, O Lord. I said, Thou art my God. Verse 15. My times are in Thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Verse 16. Make Thy face to shine upon Thy servant. Save me for Thy mercy's sake. Verse 17. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord, for I have called upon Thee. Let the wicked be ashamed and let them be silent in the grave. Verse 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things, proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Verse 19. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Verse 20. Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Verse 21. Blessed be the Lord, for he hath shewed me his marvelous kindness in a strong city. Verse 22. For I said in my haste, I am cut off from before thine eyes. Nevertheless thou heardest the voice of my supplications when I cried unto thee. Verse 23. O love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. Verse 24. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. All ye that hope in the Lord. Psalm 32. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Verse 2. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. Verse 3. When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long. Verse 4. For day and night thy hand was heavy upon me. My moisture is turned into the drought of summer. Selah. Verse 5. I acknowledged my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Selah. Verse 6. For this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Verse 7. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Selah. Verse 8. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eye. Verse 9. Be ye not as the horse, or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in, with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. Verse 10. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. Verse 11. Be glad in the Lord, and rejoice, ye righteous, and shout for joy, all ye that are upright in heart. Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Verse 2. My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear thereof, and be glad. Verse 3. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Verse 4. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Verse 5. They looked unto him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. Verse 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. Verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Verse 8. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Verse 9. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. Verse 10. The young lions do lack, and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord shall not want any good thing. Verse 11. Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Verse 12. What man is he that desireth life, and loveth many days, that he may see good? Verse 13. Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. Verse 14. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace, and pursue it. Verse 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Verse 16. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. Verse 17. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Verse 18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. Verse 21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Verse 22. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. Psalm 77. I cried unto God with my voice, even unto God with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. Verse 2. In the day of my trouble I sought the Lord. My sore ran in the night, and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. Verse 3. I remembered God, and was troubled. I complained, and my spirit was overwhelmed. Selah. Verse 4. Thou holdest mine eyes waking. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. Verse 5. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. Verse 6. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Verse 7. Will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more? Verse 8. Is his mercy clean gone forever? Doth his promise fail forevermore? Verse 9. Hath God forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Selah. Verse 10. And I said, This is my infirmity, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. Verse 11. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. Verse 12. I will meditate also of all thy work, and talk of thy doings. Verse 13. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? Verse 14. Thou art the God that doest wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Verse 15. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people, the sons of Jacob and Joseph. Selah. Verse 16. The waters saw thee, O God, the waters saw thee. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. Verse 17. The clouds poured out water. The skies sent out a sound. Thine arrows also went abroad. Verse 18. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven. The lightnings lightened the world. The earth trembled and shook. Verse 19. Thy way is in the sea, and thy path in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. Verse 20. Thou leddest thy people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Verse 11. For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Verse 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Verse 14. Because He hath set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Verse 15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. Verse 16. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. Verse 2. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Verse 3. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Verse 4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Verse 5. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Verse 6. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Verse 7. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Verse 8. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.